In the vast expanse of the galaxy, on a desolate battlefield orbiting a distant star, an alien force known as the Trithians laughed at humanity. They had traveled across the cosmos, crushing civilizations, burning worlds, and enslaving species. Their warships, colossal and indestructible, hovered over the weak planetary defenses they encountered. They had conquered countless worlds, their technology far surpassing anything the inhabitants had ever dreamed of. But Earth was different. Humanity was different. The Trithians had been monitoring Earth for decades, seeing nothing more than a fragile, struggling species constantly at war with itself, its people divided, its technology primitive compared to the advanced civilizations they had encountered. The Trithians' first contact with Earth was not one of diplomacy, but of disdain. They had no fear of the humans who populated this planet. No weapons, no armies, just a pitiful species scurrying on a barren rock, and so they laughed. When the first wave of Trithian warships entered Earth's atmosphere, their commanders looked down at the small, backward human military. The human soldiers, with their rusted tanks, aged fighter jets, and pitifully underdeveloped spacecraft, launched their defense in desperation. The Trithian commanders chuckled as their advanced shields deflected every missile, every blast of plasma, as though the human weapons were nothing more than the faintest breeze. On the ground, human soldiers in their worn-out uniforms and primitive exosuits faced off against the Trithians with sheer resolve. General Samuel Harding stood in the heart of a battered city, directing his troops through the chaos. His military advisors whispered fears of inevitable defeat, but Harding's voice cut through their doubts. "Let them laugh. Let them think they've already won," he said, his eyes scanning the sky where the Trithian ships loomed, towering and silent. "We'll show them who we really are." The Trithians continued to fire upon Earth's cities, eradicating structures and incinerating whole sections of land, but human resilience was not so easily crushed. As the alien commanders mocked their human counterparts, they failed to account for something that no other species had dared to learn about humanity. Humanity had a fierce, unyielding spirit that no amount of technology could conquer. General Harding's forces were outgunned, outmatched, and outclassed in every measurable way, yet they fought. They fought like no other species the Trithians had ever encountered. The alien forces bombarded Earth's cities, expecting complete surrender, but instead, the human soldiers stood their ground. They endured. They adapted. They attacked. As the Trithian fleets began to notice the tenacity of the humans, their laughter faltered. The aliens had not expected such a response. But still, they were confident. It wasn't just their technology. It was their collective understanding of warfare, their centuries of experience in wiping out entire civilizations. Humans were nothing more than an interesting anomaly in their path. But they hadn't taken into account the greatest weapon humanity had ever developed, the will to survive. In the midst of the war, a critical event occurred. The Trithians had advanced deep into Earth's atmosphere, sending in ground troops to finish the job. The human soldiers were cornered, with no backup and no more weapons to rely on. Yet in the face of certain death, they launched a desperate counterattack, using nothing more than their ingenuity and desperation. Using scraps of metal and salvage technology, the humans fashioned makeshift explosives, building traps in the most unlikely places. The Trithians, who had laughed at the primitive tactics, soon found themselves caught in human ingenuity's web. Alien troops were picked off by hidden explosives, their advanced armor punctured by traps designed not with advanced science, but with pure, unrelenting human resourcefulness. And then, the impossible happened. The human soldiers had discovered something the Trithians had overlooked, the one thing they never accounted for in their calculations. The humans had mastered the art of making the impossible happen. General Harding, with a team of scientists and engineers, had been working on a secret weapon. It wasn't a massive fleet of warships. It wasn't a fleet of drones. It wasn't even a sophisticated beam weapon. It was something far more powerful, the human determination to turn the tide of battle against all odds. In an act of defiance, General Harding activated the secret weapon, a signal that reached deep into Earth's core. It wasn't just a weapon. It was a call to every soldier, every fighter, every person on Earth who was willing to fight. It was a call to arms, a rallying cry that echoed across the planet. The Trithians had made a grave mistake. They had underestimated not just the humans' weapons, but the power of their unity. In every city, every town, and every battlefield across Earth, soldiers and civilians alike rose up. They fought back, not just with guns, but with their hearts and their minds. They fought with the raw, unyielding belief that their world, their home, was worth defending. The Trithians' pride turned into terror as they witnessed the sheer volume of humanity's response. The Trithians had laughed when they saw human soldiers, their armor cracked, their weapons outdated. They had laughed when humans launched their jets, only to have them be shot down by superior forces. But now, as human fighters swarmed the skies, as humans rose from every corner of the planet, the Trithians stopped laughing because they had learned something they would never forget. Humans live on Earth. And on Earth, humanity had a single, undeniable truth. They would fight until every last breath had been drawn, until the final bullet had been fired. They would never stop because Earth was their home and no alien force, no matter how powerful, could ever take that away. The Trithians learned, too late, that they had underestimated a species with a history of survival and a future of defiance. The battle raged on. The aliens retreated, the laughter silenced forever. Humans had proven what the Trithians would never forget. Earth was not just a planet, it was humanity's home, and it would always be worth fighting for. Humanity's survival instinct was far stronger than the might of any alien fleet.